Hi Cancers, welcome to Universal Guidance. It's time for your weekly reading. I've shuffled these cards very well. I'm going to shuffle them a few more times. It's going to be, and look, there you are. It's going to be, if I could hang on to things, a two-part reading. In the middle of the first part of the reading is going to be the overall energy of this reading. Shuffle these a few times. One more time. Cut. And here we go, Cancers, your weekly reading. Let's find out what's going on here with you. Okay. The overall energy of your reading is the Page of Wands. So this tells me that something's brewing inside of you from your feet, and it's going to come out your mouth. Whatever it is something that needs to be said. So it may have something to do with a fresh start or a new beginning, because the Page of Wands is holding that wand. But let's read further and find out exactly what's going on here. Do you feel like you need to say something to someone? Is something wearing on your mind? And it looks like it's going to get to the point where you're just going to have to make your declaration. You're going to have to either speak your mind or just say whatever it is that you need to say. Up here in your highest energy is the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords, it has something to do with heartache or heartbreak. It happened right next to the Knight of Pentacles in your highest energy line. So the Knight of Pentacles is heavy earth energy, so that'd be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. It might be heavy in your chart, might be in someone else's chart around this reading. But I think it looks like your heartache here has to do with commitment. It has to do with this pentacle coming forward. So I feel the sadness, and this is the slowest moving card in the deck. The horse does move. You can see there is barely one foot in front of another, but it's very, very slow. And it can drive people absolutely insane. So it just feels like your heart is broke. You feel like somebody is just not willing to take a step forward in a relationship here. Either that, or you just need somebody to come into your life and offer you some stability and security. And that's really important. That's really what you need and what you want right here. But you're heartbroken because it's just not getting here. And that's the way it feels so far anyway. And that's probably what you're going to talk about. How your feelings about this not coming forward. All right? Have the Hangman up here in your highest energy next to the Knight of Pentacles. This tells me that you've sought advice. You're seeking advice from the universe on what to do about this. You know, what's the best way to handle this? The Hangman is a card of enlightenment. So I look around this card when I do the readings and really pay special attention to what the universe is trying to enlighten you about. So for one thing, they're letting you know that this is what you need. If you're wondering what it is you're lacking in your life and what you really need in your life to be the happiest, that is that security and stability. You also, you're going to need to communicate. So that's right next to the Page of Wands. Let's read on, okay? We have the Four of Wands, and this is under the Three of Swords. The Four of Wands, this is what you desire here. A special connection, a soulmate relationship. This is 1111. This whole card is about joy. So the Four of Wands is a joyful union of two people here. You're heartbroken because I feel like this has been out of reach for you for some reason, or it just feels that way to you. You're going to have to speak up. if there's somebody who is holding back in a relationship with you right now, it looks as if you need to speak up and have this conversation back and forth, this Eight of Wands, right under the Hangman. So they're pointing out that in order to resolve this issue with your heart, you know, kind of feeling really dissatisfied and really just sad, you need to speak up about what you need, okay? And what is going to make you happy. And they are pointing out you need security and stability. And it has taken a long time, and it's still probably trying to make its way to you. But, you know, without this conversation and you actually speaking up about your feelings here about the matter, it may not happen. So the Hangman has very important advice for you. Under the Four of Wands is the Hierophant. Yeah, union between two people here with the Four of Wands. A soulmate connection. This is a joyful card. Happy. The Hierophant is about commitment. This is the card in the deck about commitment. Traditional values, traditional morals. It is the card for Taurus too. So now we have heavy earth energy with the Knight of Pentacles, and now we have the card for Taurus that came out. So you may have Taurus heavy in your chart someplace or around this reading in their chart. So this is what's, you know, you're sad about. You're sad that the commitment, it has not come in for you to have this beautiful relationship you so much desire. The advice so far is communicate this. You need to communicate this, or make a declaration. If there's nobody in your life right now, you have to declare to yourself that this is what you need. This is what you want. But I feel like you do need, you already might know somebody, or you will know somebody, but I think you already know them. So under the Page of Wands is the Strength card. This is the card for Leo. So Leo might be strong in your chart or strong in somebody else's chart around this reading. But the most important thing about the Strength card is that infinity symbol, first off, the symbol of knowing and intuition. So follow your intuition. Your gut is probably telling you what you need to do, but you've been hesitating. You're waiting for it to come to the surface. Because with the Page of Wands, whatever it is that you need to say usually has to brew for a while before it comes out. But you're going to find the strength in order to do it. This is not an easy thing for you. It's not easy for you to come forward and to have this conversation. But it looks like you will find the strength because you know you need to. You know that you need to find the strength to come forward, have this conversation. And it's all about that Knight of Pentacles, that slow-moving pentacle, the security, the stability, groundedness in a relationship, and a possible commitment. Well, looky here. Right next to the Strength card, we have the Ace of Cups. That's a lot of love. This is why you're sad and upset, because you have a giant cup of love for someone here. They could be Leo, they could be Taurus, it could be another earth sign. I mean, it really doesn't matter. But whoever it is that you have this giant cup of love, the conversation is going to be about that. It takes a lot of strength, like I say, for you to come forward and talk about the love and talk about the commitment. Because, you know, you're probably in this place where you're sad in your own time, behind closed doors, so to speak. But you have these worries, and you have this love too for somebody who I don't think you feel like it might be, you know, heading in the same direction that you need to go, you like to go here. So conversation will be about love. It'll be about security, stability in this relationship, because you're not in a good place. You're mentally sad. You're sad over this not feeling right to you, and so this conversation has to take place according to this reading. So if this doesn't sound like your reading, it isn't. If it does, it probably is. Second part of the reading. Oh, looky there, the Empress. Yeah. It's, yeah. You are very just up in your head, disappointed. These are the things that are going on, okay? So we have your advice. Speak up. It's like, what do you got to lose? Speak up. And, you know, show your strength. Pull, you know, I know it's going to take strength in order to do it, because the strength card is right here. You know this is what you need to do for your happiness. So up here in your highest energy is the Empress. Sorry about that. There's a trash pickup truck going by. It'll be gone in just a second. So the Empress here, this is your energy. You might have Libra in your chart, strong. Libra might be around this reading or in somebody else's chart, strong. But the Empress is a beautiful energy, male or female. The Empress is, if you're a parent, you're a very loving parent. But you're kind, you know, you're considerate, you're thoughtful, you're generous, you're giving, you're also forgiving. You just have a lot of beautiful qualities about you. Okay, so this is who you are by nature. They're really throwing you off balance here, I think, because you deserve the things that you desire. You deserve the things that you desire with this card coming out. So be the Empress, male or female. Doesn't mean you're feminine if you're a male. It just means that you have a lot of excellent qualities as a person. And you deserve the same in return, okay? You deserve what you desire. You should say that to yourself every day from looking at this reading. It's right next to the Five of Cups. Disappointment. I mean, these are cups of love that have been kicked over and spilled. But, you know, don't give up hope. This is what I call the card of hope in love, because there's two full cups right behind this figure. Now, all this figure has to do, really, is turn around and see the full cups. Stop focusing on the spilled cups. Because, you know, what you focus on, sometimes you can attract. You can attract more of. So it's better to concentrate on what you want and not on what you don't want. And if you don't believe me, look at Jerry and Esther Hicks, The Law of Attraction. That is one of, it's called The Law of Attraction. And they've been around forever. Jerry has died, but Esther is still going on. You know, it's all about this looking and focusing on what you want. Don't focus on what you don't want, because it's whatever you focus on that you attract more of, okay? And I think that's the whole point here. And what you need is someone who has a lot of the same qualities that you do. I have the Nine of Swords next to the Five of Cups. This is being up in your head. These are thoughts that just keep going through. It's, you know, we started with the Three of Swords. We end with the Nine of Swords. So you're in it. You are, you know, when you're alone, just like I said with this one, it's like your time alone is when you feel the saddest. You really start to think about what it is that you need and how this relationship is not really feeling like the one that you want, although you want it to be, because you're in love. You are definitely in love. You have questions, and you need to have that conversation to clear out these, like Five of Cups, the Nine of Swords, and the Three of Swords. So under the Empress is the Two of Wands. This is not far from that conversation. This is about knowing, under you, knowing that you have the whole world in front of you. You have the whole world in your hands. You're not tied to this relationship, but you would really like it to work out. So, not really making a move, not going forward in any direction, but standing there holding the world in your hands, wondering what direction you should go. So, the advice that we have right now for March is that the Hangman here, or this weekly reading, and you know, these readings can go out to maybe 6 months in mine. They wouldn't go out any further usually. But remember the advice the Hangman, the universe is giving you here. Card of Enlightenment. So right now you're in that energy of knowing, you know all that you have the world in your hands. But you want to move forward, but you're not quite sure to move forward on your own or with someone else. So under this spilled cups of love here that focusing on the card of hope, though, and next to that 2 of Wands is the 9 of Pentacles. Another kind of earth energy, but more importantly, it's about being single. It's about being stable and secure, self-confident. This is a lovely energy. You have this. This is you. This is part of who you are. And I think this relationship's kind of throwing you off because you'd really like to share what you have with someone else, and vice versa. So you do have, you've been single before. You know you can be single. It's not that you really need somebody to help you with your security and stability. You just want somebody to be secure and stable in a relationship in your life. So this is you. You are self-confident. You can move forward with them, and you can move forward without them. So I think this has a lot to do with this conversation you need, because you're just standing there. You're not making any moves one way or another, and you really feel like you need to. I have the 9 of Wands, and this is next to the 9 of Pentacles, and it's under the 9 of Swords. So the 9 of Wands is being worn out, like pushed to your limits, at your wit's end, if any of this makes sense. So you're ready for a partner in life. Even though you're self-confident, even though you're secure and stable and in yourself, you're ready for someone to share your life with. And you're really getting frustrated, it feels like, and very impatient about things evolving, this relationship moving forward. You're really up in your head about it, and you're getting worn out about it, and I think that's why it's going to brew, and you're going to end up having to talk about it, have this conversation, because you're ready to either move on your own or move on with them, and you just don't want to give it up that easy. So next to this Ace of Cups and under this 2 of Wands is the 2 of Cups. Now guess, that's beautiful, that's nice. This is a soulmate relationship, and you feel it and you know it. There's 2 big cups of love, so they have feelings for you too, okay? They might be treating this relationship like a friends of benefits, sort of, and that might be another reason you're up in your head. With this 2 of Cups, that happens a lot. But it's not that they don't have feelings for you, because they do have a giant cup of love, okay? They should sense this soulmate relationship between the 2 of you, your connection. I know you do. And it's right next to this 7 of Pentacles. Right under the 9 of, just like I said, under the 9 of Pentacles, waiting. You've been waiting for this relationship to move forward. And it just feels like it's stagnating, because that Knight of Pentacles, you really can't feel it moving any closer to, being a lifelong relationship. You can't feel it moving towards commitment, because that Knight of Pentacles is so slow in coming in. So that's part of the frustration that you feel in this reading. With that 9 of Wands, at your wit's end, because you're getting tired of waiting for those pentacles to come to fruition. And then on the other side, I have the Knight of Wands. Now, this is a flighty energy. Remember I said this, it could feel like a friends with benefits relationship? Well, this person that I'm talking about, they might have a habit of like running in and out of your life. They run in, they stay for however long, but then they run out, and then they run in, and then they run out. That's kind of an immature energy, and you're at your wit's ends about that. That is right below the Nine of Wands. And that's why it's not, you know, happening. That's why nothing's coming to fruition. It's because of the energy they're bringing into the relationship. Things are different for you. You're falling for them. Male or female. It could be male or female running in and out of your life. And, but so, this is why you're going to find the strength. You know you need to find it. You need to bring it up. You need to have that conversation for the Hangman about what you desire from a relationship here. You want the Pentacle, you want the love, you want commitment eventually, you know, you want a traditional style relationship. It's not good for you because it's wear and tear on your heart with them running in and out of your life like this, and with you thinking that you're the only one who's having feelings. Now, I do think they care about you. I don't think they're just flat out being mean or anything like that by running in and out of your life or just using you. But they do have this way of running in and out of your life, even though they do have love for you, until you have this conversation. You know, it might turn out that they're going to offer you a bigger cup of love. I know you have love, but see, I have the Hangman, I have the conversation, and then the Ace of Cups. So it kind of feels like it will work out that way when I read this reading, that they will see, or they will, out of this conversation, actually tell you how they feel about you. And I think that's what you need to hear. So, oh my gosh, Cancers, this was your reading, and I thank you so much for watching Universal Guidance.